Hello, Magic players. Welcome you to episode 109 of the Brewers Tavern. Charles, how are you?
Good to see you, Mitja. Welcome, everyone. Today should be a really fun episode, as always. What's the quick preview that you're going to play today?
Me and Christian Reinhardt were talking about a deck where you can play Urk Raiders as a really good creature, and I think we found a list where we could do that. So yeah, we call it the Big Raid. What did you bring for us today?
Okay, so I brought a really cool list. It actually won I believe, the Spice Award in LobsterCon 2022. And I really like it. It is a Reanimator list. I'll talk more about it and whose deck it was. I modified it to be more Swedish, and I think more for the meta here. So hopefully I made it better for Swedish, not worse. But I'll talk more about that in the deck tech. But it's a really cool and different type of Reanimator. And it has two cards that have never appeared in Brewers Tavern. Two cards that not only haven't appeared here, but I've never seen them played before. And I've certainly not played them. So I'll be really excited to talk about those cards and see how they work.
Nice.
Mitja, why don't we take a look at your list?
Yes, so here's my list. And I hope you like it. As I said, it plays Urk Raiders. And it is a 4-color list. It splashes the blue power. And so far, all the cards has an appearance yet on Brewers Tavern. Also the Urk Raiders. But in this combination, it feels a little bit like a Composition A list. Is that the right word? You know which one I mean, right?
Yep.
But to be fair, we try to build it a little bit more aggressive with Urk Raider as a super good 1 to 2 drop. It depends if you have a Mox or not. Followed up with a Sedge Troll. And basically after boarding, if you recognize that your opponent is like super heavy control-ish or something like that, you try to bring in discs instead of the Urk Raiders. I was thinking a little bit more in the direction of City in a Bottle, because if you board out the Urk Raiders, you only run 4 Arabian Nights cards. So I thought maybe City in a Bottle in the sideboard is also a super good choice over the Terrors. But we will test that today a little bit. I love that I finally can play some Sengir Vampires again. The rest of the deck, as I said, is a super tight made 4-color list. In Europe, we have a lot of 4-color lists upcoming with Sedge Trolls, and super often they also run Jusam Djinns. I'm, as you all know, are not a super huge fan of Jusam, so that's why I went with Sengir Vampire and with Hypnotic Specters to get a little bit more pressure on the 3-drop. It might be that the Hypnotics are a little bit hard to cast, but this is also something we will test today. The Stone Rain is in the deck because you really 2 copies. You really need them to destroy maces, because Urk Raider into an early maze is really not what you want to see with that list. Besides that, I tried to play a lot of common cards. A spicier card in the sideboard is, in my opinion, the Armageddon. But yeah, this is it for the list. So Charles, I think yours is really more spicy this time. Let's talk about your deck, and here it is.
Okay, so the original list was from Jared Miller, and so I made some modifications to it. Hopefully, I made it okay. Let's talk about this list. It's one of the coolest Reanimators that I've seen. It has 2 new cards that I think are really, really, really neat. Let's talk about them. One is Akron Legionnaire, and what that card does is it is a 8/4 creature for 2 white in 6 colorless. So it's 8/4 is a pretty big monster for Old School, but the casting cost is ridiculous, and it has a negative effect. So not only how are you casting an 8-mana creature, but when Legionnaire is out, none of your non-artifact creatures may attack except Akron Legionnaire. So this deck was kind of built around that. So it solves the two problems by we're playing a Reanimator list, so we can discard it and either bring it back with an All Hallows Eve, or for 2 mana, a Animate Dead, and that's really, really cool. And then the rest of the creatures are artifact creatures, so we have the Trikes. We have 2 clay statues because we are playing discs, because I'm okay blowing up the board and then being able to Animate Dead or bring back a creature with All Hallows. And we have clay statues to regenerate. So we have a couple Suchis, couple of clay statues. We have one other, and there's 3 of those Akron Legionnaires. We have one other card that has not appeared before, and it's Rasputin Dreamweaver. And there's 3 copies of it, and it's a really interesting card. It's a white-blue with 4 colorless, and it's a 4/1, but it has a really cool ability. You get 7 counters on Rasputin when it's brought into play, and you can remove any of those 7 counters for either 2 purposes. One is you can prevent a damage to Rasputin by removing a counter. So if your opponent just goes ahead and bolts the Rasputin, you could just lose 3 counters and you have 4 counters left. Or you can take any of the counters for colorless mana. So 6 mana, you cast it, and you already can remove the 6 mana you cast to get 7 colors. So you actually get a free colorless. And that's really cool for a couple reasons. One is you play him, and if you want, you now can take 7 colors to help cast either one of your Trikes immediately if you need to later on, or you can cast help cast your Legionnaire. If the Rasputin is untapped in your upkeep, you can get one of the counters back, but you can't have more than 7. And it's a gold card. It's a legendary creature, so you can't have more than one in play. So if you have a second one that you can cast, you could remove the counters from the first, cast the second, and now you can even take those 7 off, and you can see you can get a lot of mana. And there is one X spell in the deck, also to take advantage of Rasputin's ability to be able to remove up to 7 colorless mana per Rasputin. I went with an Incinerate instead of a Fireball. Since I have discs, Trolls, if your opponent's playing them, might be quite annoying. There's a couple swords in the deck, but I want to be able to get through, so I figured the Incinerate might be better than a Fireball in this case. But that's the general idea of the Reanimator list. We still have our place at the Bazaars to try to dig through the deck quickly. And the sideboard are some standard strong cards with the other swords if we need to. We have a place of Distant Chance. Since I'm not going with the Fireball, but the Incinerate, I have a Tabernacle for like weenie decks instead of trying to pick off 2 with a Fireball. If your opponent's not playing creatures or you have room, a Mind Twist is always a good card, obviously. Same with the Wheel of Fortune. Twister's bad because you're shuffling your creatures back in your graveyard, but Wheel is great because Bazaar is most powerful when you have a full hand. That's how you cycle through your deck. When you get to 1 or 0 cards, the Bazaar is much less useful, so Wheel could be really good, although it's not the easiest to cast with this list. But the rest are just standard strong cards. So I'm really excited about this. It is, I would say, the most interesting Reanimator list I've seen in a long time. Super cool to see it. I'm really hope that both the Dreamweaver and the Akron can do some work. And we'll see what happens. But let's go to the Brewers Tavern and let's play some Magic, Mitja.
Yes, and give me a second. Here we are. Hey. Shuffle that up real quick.
Right, even as always.
Even as always, of course. I start this time. 5.
All right.
Let's see.
I know I've said it in past Reanimator lists, but if I was going to lose a die roll, it's not. I lose only half as much going second as I normally would, because getting the extra card does make Bazaar more powerful. So I'd still rather go first, but pile 2.
Only if you have a hand after I finished my turn 1.
Well,
Pill number 3.
hopefully we don't have a Mind Twist library every game this episode.
God. Yeah, hopefully.
You're keeping?
Mm-hmm. Hopefully not like in last episode.
I will keep.
Go.
Oh, all right. That's familiar.
Yeah.
No, two. So you can only draw one with your land.
Yeah, and you can draw 2. Super fair, right?
Okay, it's your turn.
I draw.
6 cards.
I draw one with the library. Interesting. Mox Plateau, pass the turn, 6 cards in hand.
I'll use the Berserk first.
Yeah.
You will discard a statue.
Yes.
We will discard it's so hard. I want to keep them all. We cannot do that. Incinerate.
Yeah.
And we will discard Sapphire.
Mm-hmm.
Strip the library.
Nah.
And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cards your turn.
Draw. Play a land, try to time walk. Go to 19.
Yep.
I draw. Try to ancestral.
Yep.
1, 2, 3. I play a black mox and a land for the turn and try to cast Hypnotique.
Okay.
And pass the turn.
The library.
Yeah.
Put 19.
Yeah. I go back to
21.
No, 20.
21, right?
No, I tapped the City of Brass 2 times.
Okay, I missed that. And it's your turn. 4 cards.
Factory. And I try to cast another Hypnotic.
Okay.
Pass the turn.
We're going to Ancestral.
Yes.
1, 2, 3. Get rid of your Hypnotic.
Yeah, I disenchant your track.
I'll shoot you once.
Yes, 19.
And it's your turn.
Draw. Play a land and try to cast Zangier Vampire and swing for 2. Go to 18.
Yeah, that's 16.
Your turn. The only thing I don't want to see now is a All Hallows Eve. Rest is okay.
How many cards do you have?
2.
That's tutor.
Yes.
Did I just play this land or not?
You play this Crabland, I would say.
Okay.
Because you missed one land drop and I'm up to 5 and you're at 3.
You have how many cards again? 2?
2, yeah.
Tough spot when you have 2 factories, man.
But I already cast my Time Walk.
Yeah. Yeah, it's kind of a tough spot. Okay, we'll just take this and your turn.
I will play a Volcanic. I want to activate both factories with the Mox Jet and the Mox Pearl. And then I want to go to the attack for 8.
I'm at 8.
Your turn.
Okay. We'll activate Bazaar.
Mm-hmm.
1, 2. We'll discard a Trike.
Yes.
Or Spike.
Yeah.
And we'll discard another Bazaar. How many cards?
2.
Okay. It's really, really tough. Okay. Well, go to 7. Cast Balance with 2 cards.
I have 2 cards as well. How many lands do you have?
4.
4. I take the Plateau and the Volcanic. Yes, that's okay.
You're saying yours gone, and your turn.
Yeah. Factory. Swing for 5.
Wow, that's a really good top draw.
That was a good top deck. Pass the turn.
Man.
Not gonna lie.
That was really good. Okay, we'll take 1 factory out.
Sure. Animate that is good.
I don't know if I can beat that. That was really good. Go to 1.
Mm-hmm. Okay, All Hallows Eve.
Still think you have me. Your turn.
I don't. I sword your trike end of turn.
Oh, all right. Well, then that really changes things. Yeah. All right. Well, I can't shoot you for anything, so I'll just gain this. It's a 4. Yep. Go to 5. Yep.
So I draw.
If I need it exactly.
I swing for 4 and bolt you for 3.
Okay. You got it. Next game.
I drew perfect. I top decked also the bolt.
Oh yeah. I mean that's perfect. I mean you did fabulous with that. I mean you also start out with library too.
Yeah.
Which is pretty good.
Please no library game. Oh nice library game. Fair.
It continues from last episode.
Yeah. Hopefully we're not copycatting that.
Hope not.
That was tough.
Well, I don't have Mind Twist in the main, so I can tell you that.
I have Mind Twist in the main.
All right, I'll be on the play. Good game.
Yes. Hypnotics are such cool creatures. Sadly, a little bit underplayed at the moment.
1, 2, 3. I'll take pile 3 for you.
And pile number 1 for you.
We're gonna take them all in.
Yes. Okay.
Bazaar, you really have to start with Ancestral, Library if you haven't mulled, or one of your Bazaars. You really need one of those 6 cards.
That's true, yeah.
Okay. 1, 2, 3.
Number 1.
Okay, we'll go to 5.
Okay, yeah, sure. But you run Wheel and Twister, right?
No, Twister's really bad for Reanimator.
Yeah, no, I mean Wheel, sorry. Of course, Twister is...
Wheels in the sideboard. I can only cast it off of a Lotus, the Cities, or the Ruby. It's kind of a hard splash.
Okay. Yeah.
And so I'd rather a little removal than that. So if I don't need some of the removal, I'll put that in. Or if you have a very fast deck, then the Force Spikes can go. But I'd like to try to surprise Force Spikes on game 1.
Force Spike is also highly underrated. No one is playing around Force Spike in Old School. No one.
3.
1 second. The stream is lagging a bit. Now you're back. Number 3.
Okay.
So happy that we can record this episode. I can't tell you.
Okay, we will put 2 on the bottom. Okay, these 2. Okay, so balance with 2 cards.
2 cards. Easy choice.
Okay, you're up.
I draw. I play land. Pass the turn.
Scrub, and your turn. 2 cards.
Oh, sorry.
Okay.
Go.
Scrub, and your turn.
Swing.
18.
Go.
Sushi. Your turn.
Sushi. You're also running sushis. This is bad. I mean, swing.
Block.
Yeah. Bad land. Go. Disc is good. I take the disc.
Your turn.
Land. Go.
Play a land.
You don't want to grow the disc, right? Just asking.
Nah. We want to keep the sushi around. Your turn. No cards.
Your turn.
Play a statue.
Yeah.
And Your turn.
Black Lotus, your turn.
The statue's good.
Yes.
We'll swing with both.
I block the sushi and regenerate and take 3, go to 12. Go to 17, sorry.
Yep. And your turn.
Hypnotic Spectre. How unexpected.
Okay.
Give me a second. And yeah, your turn.
Play a C and a jet.
Mm-hmm.
Swing.
Double block the sushi.
Okay.
Regenerate the troll, go to 14.
Okay, I'll kill the hippie.
Yeah.
1 second. 1 second. So the troll's tapped.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay. You're at 13, right? What are you at? 14?
14, yes. 14.
Okay.
My turn?
Yep, your turn.
Oh, sorry. I don't want to rush you. I just didn't.
No, nothing else to do.
Hypnotic. Go.
Swing.
Block.
Okay.
Generate.
Same.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Your turn.
Swing.
We're going to I will regenerate him and I'll blow the disc.
I will sack the Lotus to regenerate the troll. And yeah. I play a factory for the turn and Urk Raiders. Raid.
Okay.
Let's do it like... it doesn't matter. Do it like that. Your turn. Like that. Sorry.
Swords the troll.
No!
You go to 17.
Yes.
Swing.
You're at 16, right?
Yep.
Yeah, 14.
Your turn.
Attack.
Strip the factory.
Yes. So you
I take 2. Go to 14.
Your turn.
I mean, this deck's not playing like Reanimator.
No, it feels more like a blue-white artifact unpowered list, something like that.
Okay, we'll take the Suchi back.
Okay.
And we'll swing for 3.
Yes, go to 11.
All right, your turn.
Something good. This is actually good. I disenchant your sushi and swing for 2.
My Suchi.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. I mean,
12.
it does anyways.
Yep.
Your turn.
What creatures are in your graveyard?
Oh, All Hallows Eve is what you're having. A lot. 2 Sedge Troll, 2 Urk Raiders, and 2 Hypnotic Spectres.
Okay, swing.
Yeah, go to 8.
All right, I'll race you for 1 life point. Your turn.
Swing.
All right, I take 2. I'm at 10.
Your turn.
We'll get this guy back.
Yeah.
Swing.
Go to 5.
Your turn.
Draw. Go. I go to 3.
Oh, you're at 3? Oh, you don't attack, all right.
Yes. No attack.
Ancestral.
Yes.
We'll play a land for turn.
Yeah.
Draw 2. We will discard 1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
And swing.
I blocked the sushi and sword the clay statue.
Okay. You sword. You block the sushi sword, so I gain 3.
Yes.
So I'm at 13. And
Better something good.
And your turn. Yeah, I'd say that's good.
Your turn. I mean, I take it.
We're going to draw 2.
Yeah.
You will discard Tundra.
Mm-hmm.
Full house. And we will discard. Let's see.
Yeah.
That's for blue.
Mm-hmm.
We have white. I need 6 total, so 4, 5.
You have a trike?
Oh.
Oh no, Rasputin is fine.
And yeah, it's your turn. 1 card.
Rasputin is 4-1.
Yep.
Your turn.
We're going to. You're at 3, right?
Yeah.
Yep. We're going to swing.
Are you sure?
Yep.
Bolt myself.
Nah, good game.
That will win you the game.
Okay, give me 10 seconds, okay? Just start shuffling up. Are we sideboarding or we are doing game 1?
We can sideboard if you want to, or we can do another game, game 1. I don't care.
Let's do one more. Yeah, let's do one more game 1. These games are great. Yeah, that was a weird one for a Reanimator list. It was almost like building up to hard casting everything.
Yeah. But the statue was really good.
I'm just glad to see one of the Legends cards in play that I don't think either of us have played yet so far.
That's true.
I'd like to get the
actually quite cool.
I'd like to get the Akron in play. That would be pretty neat.
Yeah, that would be great. Like with 8-4, never see any appearance yet. That would be nuts.
Okay, 1, 2, 3.
Number 2.
All right, 2 for you too. And give me 5 seconds.
Yes. No stress. I start anyways, right?
You can go ahead.
I will start with the City of Brass.
Oh, I guess I should take a look at my hand.
Yeah, I'm keeping, and I want to start with City of Brass.
Okay, we're just going to keep it. Bizarre, we'll draw 2. 1, 2. We'll discard 1, 2, and we will discard a scrub. We'll play a Sapphire, and your turn.
Okay. I draw. and try to go to 19. Try to cast Erg Raiders and pass the turn. Okay.
You will draw 2.
Mm-hmm.
1, 2, Legionnaire, City, and Tundra.
Yeah.
We'll play a land for turn.
Mm-hmm.
Under 3 cards, your turn.
I play a Volcanic and try to cast Hypnotic Spectre, go to 18.
Okay.
And pass the turn.
City.
Yeah. Disc is good.
Okay, I have 1 card, your turn.
I swing.
Responsible Bazaar and mill myself twice.
Yeah.
Take 2, 17.
I try to disenchant your disc.
It's gone.
Go to 17 as well and pass the turn.
Mm-hmm. Your turn.
Oh, nice. Swing. Oh, you're never hitting
15.
these Animate Dads. I'm so afraid of them. I go to 16, cast Demonic.
Okay.
Looking for Tormod's Crypt.
That'd be really good.
Just kidding. Wait, I need to activate my side deck. Tormod's Crypt? Oh shit, drop my UC. Yeah, I go with Ancestral. Ancestral. Give me a second. I just pick up my... I shuffle my deck and pick up my Underground Sea.
It's a good thing that's not an expensive card you drop.
Yeah, lucky me. So I draw 3 now. I play a land for the turn and the Soldering. I have 5 cards in hand. I don't play the Soldering. 2, 4, 6 cards in hand is better with the library. And it's your turn. Sorry.
Okay. Play Lotus in your turn.
Draw. Soldering. Stone Rain your Bazaar.
Okay, we'll draw 2. No, too bad.
Swing.
13.
Your turn.
All right, your turn.
I have 6 cards in hand. I have 8 cards in hand now. Sengir Vampire. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. Go to 15 and swing for 2.
Yep.
7 cards in hand. Pass the turn.
You know what's in here. I can't stop your big creature, so yeah, that's the problem no matter what. Yeah, I mean, I can't stop basically anything. I can ping your... I don't care. I want to see him in play. Your turn. Even if I get rid of your hippie, your other card will kill me.
Upkeep. Draw. Draw for the turn. Play a land. Swing. Swing.
Yep.
And triple bolt.
Yep. Yeah. No, once you had Ancestral Library, I couldn't keep up with that.
Yeah.
That's just way too good.
So, do you want to sideboard real quick?
Yeah, let's do it. I can't keep up with that.
Yeah, the libraries as I mentioned last episode, it's just, a little bit boring library.
Yeah, once you're in that position, I couldn't keep up.
No, never ever. No, that's fine. But so far, I really like my list, or the list of Christian Reinhardt and me. The Urk Raiders are not that bad.
I think so.
I mean, this is a card which only need like one attack. If they deal 2 damage, you're fine. You know what I mean? It's those Urk Raiders. Let's see. I wish that you have like a super quick All Hallows start this time. I really want to see that 8-4 huge guys attacking.
Yeah, those are tough. I think this is just one. Okay. Pile 2, and I will be on the play.
Okay.
One, two, three.
Number 1.
All right.
5, 6, 7. Huh. I tried.
Yep, me too.
Okay. Yeah.
1, 2, and 3 in your turn. Of course.
Blue Mox, Badlands, Soul Ring.
Yep.
Chaos Orb. Take out your buzzer.
Yep. Okay.
Your turn.
Okay. We'll draw.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so 3 cards, your turn.
Huh. Disc.
Okay.
Your turn.
We'll take out the disc.
Okay. Okay.
And your turn.
You now could cast a You now could cast a Trike with him for 2 mana more. So you get a 4/1, which still can prevent 1 damage, right? And you can cast a Trike.
We'll cast this guy.
But don't you have counters on the Rasputin?
Yeah. Sorry. We'll cast this guy.
Okay.
Yep. And your turn. Like that.
I need to bolt that statue directly.
Yep.
Pass the turn. Too afraid.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wait, you have no.
No black.
Okay, so we'll swing for 3.
3.
No, it's 3.
Oh, yeah. So I go to 17. That's fine.
And it's your turn.
Draw. Your turn.
A Bazaar.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
14.
And 1 card, your turn.
Play Scrubland. Try to pass the turn.
Bazaar.
Mm-hmm.
Plus these 3.
Yeah.
Last card. Full swords, your guy.
Okay. I gained 3
You're at
life.
17.
Yeah.
And then I'll swing for 3. You're back to 14.
I've tried to disenchant your
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's good. Yep, that's good. And your turn. No cards.
Go.
Okay. How many cards do you have?
4.
Two lands. Little tutor.
Sure.
We have 1 floating. And we'll draw 3.
Yes.
One floating. 1, 2, 3. Did I play a land? I don't think so. Not this turn.
No. You didn't play a land. I'm pretty sure you didn't play a land.
I'm pretty sure too.
Mm-hmm.
We'll get rid of him. And your turn. He's removed from the game.
Oh, sorry. I tried to disenchant your soul ring.
Okay, done.
Your turn.
It is your turn. 1 card.
Library. 4 cards. Pass the turn. Mm-hmm. I would disenchant it again.
Oh, actually, one. Yeah, I would. Yeah, that'd be fine. All right, whatever. I mean,
if you're going for Rasputin, you still have colorless mana then, because it will enter the battlefield.
Yeah, no, it's good. I wouldn't be able to use it. Yeah, I couldn't use it for anything. Your turn.
Pass the turn. 4 cards in hand.
1. We'll draw.
Yeah.
1, 2. Rasputin. 2 and 3.
Yeah.
And your turn.
5 cards. Go.
One. Draw 2.
Yeah.
We will discard 1. Discard 2.
Yes.
And then discard 3.
Mm-hmm.
And your turn.
6 cards. Pass the turn.
1. Draw 2. Discard 3.
Yeah.
And it's your turn.
7 cards. 8 cards. Play a Badlands, play a Sedge Troll, and pass the turn. 6 cards.
Mark.
Yeah.
Towards your guy.
Too bad.
Me and your turn.
So I'm back to 20, right? No.
Yep.
Yeah, 20.
Yeah. 20.
Yeah. Untap, draw for the turn, draw with library. 2, 4, 6, 8. Try to cast Hypnotic Spectre.
Okay.
Try to cast Time Walk.
Okay. I'll respond to that. I'll blow the disc.
Yeah. Go to my Time Walk turn. 2, 4, 6 cards in hand. Draw for the turn. Draw with library. Play Hypnotic Spectre. 2, 4, 6, 7 cards. And pass the turn.
Your turn.
A disc again.
No cards.
Draw in the upkeep. Draw for the turn. Factory. Swing for 2.
18.
2, 4, 8. You're at 18. I play another Hypnotic and pass the turn.
Okay. Your turn.
2, 4, 6, 7. Upkeep. Draw for the turn. Swing.
Okay. We'll activate disc.
Yeah. Black Lotus. Crack Lotus. Singular Vampire. 2, 4, 6, 7. Demonic Tutor. Looking for a magic card. And did I had a land drop yet?
I don't think so.
But I take
You don't have that many lands. Or did you play Factory?
I don't know. Maybe it was last.
I don't think so.
I think it was last turn, and I didn't attack with it because I knew you would blow the disc, but it doesn't matter. Pass the turn. 2, 4, 6, 7 cards.
I don't think you did. So if you want, you can.
No. I was thinking
I'll swords.
Digging for a land.
I'll swords your Sangir. Yeah. 24.
Yeah.
Okay, it's your turn. One card.
Draw. Play a land. Draw with library. Swing with the factory.
16.
2, 4, 6, 8 cards. Bolt you and pass the turn.
13. Enemy dead.
Works. Yeah.
And one card, your turn.
2, 4, 6, 7. Draw. Draw for the turn. Play a land. Try to cast disc.
Yep.
Pass the turn.
I don't think I can beat the library. I don't think so. We'll swing.
Yeah. Take 8.
All right, so you're at 16. I'll use the Bazaar.
Yes.
Roll. Bazaar. Suchi. Full house.
Okay.
Your turn.
I bolt you end of turn.
At 10.
2, 4, 6 cards I have in hand. I draw. Draw with library. Play a Badlands. Pop the disc.
Okay.
Swing for 2.
8.
Play a ruby. And play disc. Pass the turn.
Yeah, it's just like you can't be library.
Yeah,
You just can't beat it.
draw it
It's just
away
like
so quick.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I could just give you the game. It just I can't be library.
Yeah.
I mean, you could just like this deck doesn't have enough to beat 2 cards a turn. One more, and then we'll call it an episode.
Yes, I would say so. Yeah, that seems fine. The last game was pretty long. But it is, as I said, like you don't need to do anything for library, and you're not losing anything for library.
I mean, you might have won the last 2 games, but you 100% had it won once library was active.
Yeah.
I mean, they were just like really tight games before.
Exactly, but then as soon as I drew up for the full library power, it's just 2-for-1ing you every game, every round. You know what I mean?
Yep. Not as much fun because anything I could do cool, I can't beat 2 cards a turn.
Yeah, that's true.
All right, last game. Hopefully, if you win, it's not a library.
Yeah, I hope so too. Or a Mind Twist. But I think I will mulligan. If I have a library or Mind Twist in my opener, I will just...
I didn't even bring the Mind Twist in. I just didn't want more of that. This deck needs the library because you have to mull if you don't have one of 6 cards. So you can't take that out. Pile 2.
Pile number 1. It is not that I want to fake interesting games, you know what I mean? But I just don't want to show as a lot. I think those 2 decks are super interesting, and I don't want to end an episode on a Mind Twist game. That's good.
Okay, we'll keep.
Me too.
Yep, you're up. I'm up.
Yeah.
Draw 1. Draw 2. 1, 2, 3. Mm-hmm. And your turn. 5 cards.
Strip your buzzer.
Okay.
Go. Another one. 3. Charles. I thought we were friends.
Yeah, but you know what? This is not going to be as easy as you think. We're going to try to put some resistance.
This game I was waiting for all the time.
We'll discard 1. We will discard 2. And we will discard 3.
Lol.
Home card.
Sword to sushi.
24.
Your turn. 2, 4, 6 cards in hand.
Your turn.
Factory. Pass the turn.
Your turn.
End of turn. Disenchant a statue.
Yep.
Factory. Swing for 3. And pass
21.
Those factories always feel like planeswalkers from newer Magic. You know what I mean?
They do.
Because they're on the bubble, they always win. I mean, every creature wins on the bubble always, but you know what I mean. They're harder to remove.
1, 2, and we'll discard 1, 2, and 3. And
Lord, what card does he have in hand?
Yeah, I'll take the city in your turn. I mean, Time Walk doesn't do that much right now.
That's true.
Does nothing. It's just a draw at the top.
Pass the turn.
Your turn.
Yeah, swing for 7.
Okay. Okay, I'm at 14.
Pass the turn.
1, 2, And we'll discard 1, 2, and 3. Your turn.
Swing.
Yeah. That's 7.
Pass the turn. Resolves.
Your turn.
Something good. I take it. Swing.
I'll block one of your factories.
So you get 5.
Yeah.
And I take the bolt from the top.
Okay, you got it.
So, sideboard?
Yep.
Let's see what I boarded in. Oh man, it's so hard to remember. I think it was that. Yeah. Super simple sideboard plan. As simple as I am. So you have probably more to say about your sideboard than I do.
No. You go for it.
Okay. So I boarded in 3 discs and 1 stone rain and took out the Urk Raiders because they felt kind of off in that meta, because he has creatures he can regenerate, and they're basically better in everything where you play against, let's say, mid-rangier decks to controlier decks. And Charles could also easily play a quick clay statue and just block them to death, or a quick sushi. I could have brought in the Divine Offerings, but I felt pretty good with the removals I had, so I decided not to bring those. The Terrors felt a little bit useless, because even if he has the reanimate creatures, he also has a lot of artifact creatures, and I had the fear that he's drawing just the artifact creatures and I can't handle them with terror. I've not seen a lot of red spells which want to deal damage, so no chance that I bring in Armageddon. Circle of Protection for Armageddon. I really didn't know what I should board out, because I felt like I'm the aggressive deck in that matchup. And the only thing I want to do is I want at some point clear the board, and I don't really need to destroy lands here. Shatter is the same as Divine Offering. I could have brought that in instead of Swords to Plowshares, but in my opinion Swords is always a little bit better. And Red Elemental Blast I did not brought in because I thought he has only the power and the Rasputines, and I have enough removal for that. And if an Ancestral resolves, the chance is quite low that I have a Red Blast in hand. So I just took out the 4 Urk Raiders for 3 discs to clear the board and 1 Stone Raid. Yeah, this was my sideboard plan.
Okay, so with Force Spikes, I kind of like to show them game 1 and then remove them game 2, so your opponent still tries to play around them. They never showed up early in the game 1, so I didn't think that they were worth it game 2, and you have lots of mana sources, so I didn't think that I was ever going to get to use them. You have tons of creatures, and I have to try to remove them with whatever removal I have, and I'm bringing in even more removal. So, well, I mean, swords would remove the creatures from the game, but the other ways to remove it wouldn't, and you ended up with a lot of creatures in your graveyard. So I have 2 of these in the deck. I took out 1. I have 3 discs. You have regenerating trolls, so I didn't think discs were great. I still left 2 in because you have hippies and Sangiers, and you still have other permanents, but I didn't think 3 was the right number. I brought in the wheel because I had room, and it would refill my hand and activate my Bazaars. Control Magic, I don't always get to 2 blue and 2 colorless, but if I drew it late, it could be a really good card against you, because I don't think you have some answers for it. I guess you have Red Blast, but it's still a good card. And the other 2 swords for sure against a troll deck, and you have a mid-range deck, whether it's hippies or whatever target this is going to hit would be great. I didn't bring in the Red Blast. I didn't think they were good against trolls because you could regenerate them. You don't have Red Blast. Copper Red is not really that good, You have a lot of ways. You could do red damage, you could do colorless damage, you could do black damage. But I think those were great. And yeah, I wasn't as worried about artifacts. I actually thought you might take out a disc as well, but you didn't do that. You don't have lots of weenie creatures, and I just didn't want to bring in Mind Twist after the last episode, so I just said it's okay. We'll just leave that one out. And I didn't bring in my place of Disenchants. I mean, the only thing I would potentially want to get would be discs, and maybe I should have because you had like 2 discs in a row, and that really hurt. But you drew them with library, so if you didn't have library active, I don't even think I would have needed the Disenchants. And with library active, I don't think I would have drew enough. So I think either way, it was okay to leave them in. Yeah, I had 2 really interesting lists for this episode. I really like this list. I really think it was a really cool and deserved the spiciest deck award for LobsterCon, although I changed it a bit to kind of fit more in the Swedish meta, especially for Brewers Tavern. So really cool episode, Mitja. Hope everyone enjoyed it, and I'm definitely looking forward to the next episode pretty soon.
Me too, Charles. Take care. See you next time in Brewers Tavern. Bye bye.